Daily Manna from the Torah by Dr. Ketriel Blad. Shalom everyone, this is the second Aliyah of Parashat Toldot, Generations. This Aliyah is found in Genesis 26 from verses 6 to verse 12. Today's reading will take place in verse 12. Yitzchak was a man of miracles. His birth was a miracle, his wife was a miracle, his wife's pregnancy was a miracle, and how he reaped the miraculous crop of 100-fold, and he got very rich during time of famine, chapter 26, verse 1. What was the secret for the crops to yield 100-fold? Well, let's analyze some of the most important facts of Yitzchak's life that conditioned this wonderful phenomenon against all natural laws as we know them. Number 1, forgiveness and love. 2, faithfulness and respect. 3, sacrifice and surrender. 4, meditation and prayer. And 5, obedience and faith. When Yitzchak's older stepbrother Ishmael mocked him, he could have been emotionally affected. Young children are very sensitive and can be emotionally affected for the rest of their lives. This can happen even before birth. This traumatic experience that Yitzchak went through with Ishmael made him learn to forgive those who hurt him. It was one of the most important lessons of his life. When his father, Abraham, died, Yitzchak and Ishmael came together to bury him, a sign that Yitzchak had learned to forgive and love that one who had hurt him. In order to reap miraculous crops, we have to know how to forgive and love in a practical way those who had hurt us. When Yitzchak's father received the order to sacrifice him in the altar, he accepted faithfully what his father was doing. Even if he didn't receive the divine command himself, he trusted the spiritual authority that the Eternal had placed upon him. His faithfulness and respect toward his father is one of the most impressive examples in the whole Scripture. In order to reap miraculous crops, we have to be faithful and respect the authorities that the Eternal has placed upon us. When Yitzchak found out that he was going to be sacrificed, he didn't resist, nor did he start an argument, but just surrender voluntarily. In order to reap miraculous crops, we should not argue or oppose resistance before the sacrifices the Eternal asks from us. When Yitzchak was feeling sad because of his mother's death, he went out to the field to deepen in his relationship with the Eternal. When he saw that his wife was barren, he didn't get discouraged in his prayers, but continued fervently and insistently for 20 years until he saw the answer to his pleas. In order to reap miraculous crops, we have to live an intimate life with the Eternal in constant prayer. When Yitzchak wanted to travel down to Egypt during the famine, the Eternal didn't allow it, and he told him to stay in the land. He obeyed in spite of the risk of suffering a big loss, and he acted with a bold faith and sowed during a year of drought. The Eternal honored his obedience and faith and yielded a miracle of 100-fold crop that year, mea she'arim, 100 measures in Hebrew, in such a way that this man got extraordinarily rich. In order to reap miraculous crops, we should follow the voice of the Eternal that sometimes goes against human logics and act daringly according to His promises. May the Eternal help us understand the way of a supernatural life. Shalom uvracha, peace and blessings.